Hi, this is Dr. Bakelar from the School of Communication and Media Studies, and I'm here at Instructional Technology Design Services on the 5th floor of University Hall, ITDS. And I want to show you something about a new piece of instructional technology called a Lightboard. And so Lightboard is exactly what it sounds like. It's a large piece of glass that allows us to write on it with sometimes very bright markers. And it allows us to interact with students in a video setting. And so what it is, if you were to come to the 5th floor of University Hall, it's a large piece of glass, and around the edges of it, it has LED lights. And so these light up the board in a good way, and it's always good if you wear dark clothes when you are going to do this. And so you stand behind this, and you go ahead and you draw what it is you want to draw. And it provides a way for the students to see what you're doing as you're talking about it. And so we know that it works better with students to have some kind of visual way. Now you might wonder how it is that when you're drawing here, the students are going to see it the right way, because you'd say, well, that's backwards. But the good news about how we do this is that as the camera is here and it's set up, and the camera person is doing the recording, what they can do afterwards is they can flip the view. And so the students end up seeing what you are writing in the right way. And so you can go ahead, you don't have to write backwards, you just write normally, and you can let them see it. So one of the benefits of this, of course, is the ability to stay connected to the students. We know that when we're in the classroom and if we're writing on a blackboard, we have to turn our back sometimes to the students. And when you lose that eye contact, you lose part of the connection that's going on in the classroom. And so often if you turn your back on the students, their minds begin to wander, or they go and do other things. The beauty of the Lightboard is that it gives you at least that virtual sense of connection, that as you are working on this, you're looking at them, and that helps them to stay engaged with the video that you're doing. And so what is it that you can do with this Lightboard? Well, if you're a math teacher, you're used to writing your equations, and so you can go ahead and write your quadratic factoring out, and you go to +3, -1, and the students can see it as you go, and you can talk to it. If you are a professor dealing with graphs or charts, it becomes very easy to write it, to illustrate it, to talk about your standard deviation, and to show by your gestures an interactive way of dealing with the information. Another way to think about this, if you're in biography or memoirs, is that you can draw a person's life as kind of a pathway, and then you can refer to different stages in their life, and it all stays in front of the students the whole time. And so it's not like the sequential nature of PowerPoints, but they see the whole at one time. So the Lightboard gives you a way to kind of open up a new window on learning to students. You can draw, you can invite them to consider the themes that you are talking about, and it engages them in a fresh way. So I hope that you'll take time to think about how it is that you might use a Lightboard in your instruction. What ways could you draw? What ways could you put a whole lesson in one image for students that will help them to stay interactively engaged? And so I hope that you'll come to the ITDS office on the 5th floor of University Hall and see what you can do with this.